It's fine, she's obeying me. Thank you, Reagan. Today is Friday. Our race is on Sunday morning. There we go. So I am going to practice my transitions today, get all of my gear laid out, double check everything, make sure I have everything ready for the race. But let me back up a little bit and let's talk about why I'm doing this race in the first place. All right, just finished the week 1 workout 1. It's week 2 workout 1 of the Aerobic Capacity 5K run progression. Before I ever started CrossFit, I did quite a bit of running. Unfortunately though, I never followed any kind of progressive running plan or program, and I always felt like I was a decent runner though, but I've always wanted to do a sub 20-minute 5K run. So at the beginning of this year, all of us at CrossFit Inevitable wrote on the wall our goals for the year. And one of my goals is to run that sub 20-minute 5K. So back in May, I started a run progression from Aerobic Capacity, and I decided that I was going to dedicate the time to it throughout the summer in order to meet that goal. And not long after I started the running program, I found an Olympic distance triathlon in Louisville, Kentucky, not far from here. So the goal was to finish my run progression and then to do this race. The only thing is I kind of got some setbacks on time, so I have not finished the run progression. That's probably been the most difficult part for me, is not necessarily staying consistent, but running as many days as I would like to during the week. I've been trying to do 2, and I've really been doing more like 3 days every 2 weeks. Even with being gone, I tried to stay as consistent as I could. All right, I am in Tomah, Wisconsin for work. I am going to squeeze in my run progression. I have my Airwave, and I have already been drinking the right stuff all day long because it's been really, really hot where I've been working. So let's go get this run in. Black Canyon of the Gunnison, some slower, longer runs. Beautiful place to do it. The combination of sitting in the car Saturday, not doing a lot Sunday or yesterday, that combined with the elevation, the uphill grade of this road is kicking my butt. So I was feeling pretty good and was intending to really ramp up the intensity and the amount of training that I was doing. What ended up happening though is Charity and I both got pretty sick, and the sickness turned into sinus infection and pretty much took me out for 10 days. So that's been really disappointing. Things come up, you know, life happens that keeps us from maybe staying as consistent toward a goal as we want to, you know, a change in your work schedule, or a baby being born, or sickness or something like that. But that's why I have been working out and being as consistent as I can at the times. Yeah, you need a banana? I'll get you a banana. So much for the banana tripod. But that's why during the rest of the times, the normal times, I am working to build as big and broad a base of fitness as I can, so that when times come, when I've already signed up for a race and then I get sick and I'm not able to train the way that I want to beforehand, I have a broad base of fitness to pull from. And I'm gonna race it. I'm gonna go as fast as I can. I'm going to finish in the highest spot that I can. Nate is going to be with me Sunday morning to film the race. Charity and the kids will be coming up once I've started, because it's a pretty early start time. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting after this and seeing what the end result is. All right, race morning, everything looks good. It's 63 degrees. The water temperature is 81.5 degrees. I slept really good last night. My body battery was at 74 this morning. I have the van up here. Nate is here to help film for the day. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to get my bike ready, get my tags and everything that have to be on, my race bib, everything ready to take to the transition area. Take it to the transition area, get that set up. The race today is 1,500 meter swim, a 25-mile bike or a 40K bike, and a 10K run, so a little over 6 miles. It's like 10 times tighter than what I was expecting.
Are the nerves kicking in?
Oh yeah. So, I mean, this is for the triathlon specifically, also in general. I want to be present. I want to be like focusing on what's in front of me in the moment. I think that it's important that I'm challenging myself. One of the kind of principles that we use in CrossFit is a summary, fitness in 100 words. At the end of that fitness in 100 words, to always practice and try and practice new sports. And there's a lot to be gained by going into an area that you're not comfortable with and challenging yourself there, and whatever that is, if that's pickleball on Sunday afternoon or, you know, doing a triathlon. So I think whatever motivates you, whatever is something that interests you as a challenge is something good to do, and this has interested me for a long time. So everything just lined up just right with the run progression and the location and everything for me to do this. When I got in the water, started swimming, I felt really good. I ended up pretty far out in the river by myself, which was nice because I didn't have to deal with other people or anything, but a kayaker did have to come and get me and told me to move back closer to the shore. I was planning on kind of kicking it into high gear for that last little portion of the swim. Put the gas on and started swimming fast and went for it, and then I looked up and I was like, the buoy was like right there, like I hadn't moved at all. It was like a lot stronger current than I was expecting. But I got out of the water and I felt really good, jogged up to transition, passed a couple people there.
The first thing that stood out to me was when he finished the swim, his arms were huge. I almost didn't even recognize him. And then as he started running, I was like, no, that's not him. His arms are huge. His arms must have been so pumped.
Hopped on the bike and went out. First lap felt really good, really comfortable. I was able to hold at a higher average speed than I expected. And second was good. The third was a little more difficult, and then the fourth was kind of difficult, but I was done, so I was able to push.
Yeah, this is the first triathlon I've watched, yeah. Everyone seemed like more fresh and like fast moving than I thought. I thought people were gonna like pace it more, but everyone was just going fast and going, and I was like, okay.
Got on the run and took off.
Good job, Levi.
What I wasn't expecting coming off the bike was just how much my hamstrings and my glutes were just completely fried. About 4 miles into the run, I started kind of loosening up and could stride normal. Up to that point, I kind of like had to completely changed my gait and stride just to accommodate like not having hamstrings. So any little uphill at all, this felt so hard because I didn't have anything in the backside of my legs to really propel me.
2 loops of this?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I held a 7:25 pace for almost the first half. And then my second loop was more in the 8s average, and I had enough gas to sprint to the finish.
Levi sampling, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Chris.
The best part was just hearing Charity's voice, cheering as I would go by. The kids, sometimes I saw them, sometimes I didn't because they were kind of running around. But I always could hear Charity or see her or give her a high five when I came by on the run. All right, well, I got my times for everything. And my bib number was 2:01, age group 30 to 34, overall time 2 hours, 31 minutes, and 59 seconds. So that was a 32:46 on the swim, which is faster than I expected, which is good. 1:21 on T1. The bike took me an hour, 7 minutes, and 59 seconds. 1:08 on T2. And then on the run 3, it just says, or on run, it just says 3. My Garmin has me at 47:45 for my run. I was really, really happy with my effort. I feel like I was able to hold just below that threshold. Like what CrossFit allows me to do is build a really big, broad base of fitness. And because of that, I would say my fitness wasn't a limiting factor in this event. It was localized muscle endurance. I was like minimal, very minimal specific training for this event. Gear-wise, this is something that's really important to me. I don't do anything really without my virus compression. For the race itself, hydration, I use the right stuff. That keeps it so I don't have to think about or worry about any cramping, anything like that. And then 10 Performance's carb supplement I use for fuel. For me, it gives me really good, clean, sustained energy. My tier goggles for the swim, all tier gear for the swim. And then a super important piece of gear that I have been using for, I guess, 2 years now is my Airwave. I was super comfortable during the swim. And the bike, I could have held a conversation the entire bike long. And then on the run, and I think I was able to hold a pace that I feel like the Airwave makes a huge difference in my ability to hold a faster pace than really I should be able to with the amount that I train these sports specifically. So really thankful for the encouragement from Charity and friends and friendly faces and the cheering. And now I want to sit down and get off my feet and eat an ice cream.